Hello, the game is Temtem, and in this video, I'm just going to go over what I wish I would have known before I started Temtem. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing I wish I would have known was that it's very difficult to change your starter colors and design and outfit. So make sure that you like how you customized your character, because once you're in here, you can't really change it. And the outfits in the store are extremely expensive. It's end game stuff. So you're not going to jump into the game and just quickly swap things around. So take your time, make sure you create your character, the hair you like, the eyes you like, the outfit you like, and the colors you like. Because it's going to be that way for a long time. So that was the first thing I wish I would have known, that you can't change your character up much. Um, Second thing is starter pets. Which starter pet should I pick? I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. So check my channel. That video will be uploaded. Which starter pet I like and would have chosen. I'll give you a quick hint right now. It's Hoochik. That's my favorite. But check out the video for the full explanation. The next thing I wish I would have known is that some items will disappear. So in one part of the story, you get crystal skates, which allows you to go over this red ice. The red ice is a barrier. There's a lot of barriers in the game. Water, you need the surfboard. Ice, you need the ice skates or the crystal skates. Climbing up rocks, you need the rock climbing gear. So I wish I would have known about those before. A lot of people were getting caught. They go through the story, they lose their skates, and then they can't get the clover. If that happened to you, check my channel. I have a video in there of how to get around that that you might find helpful. You can also ask in the Discord for some help. A lot of times people will charge you a little bit of money to help you get through it. There's a trick utilizing party invites and such. But I wish I would have known that some things are no longer accessible. So the tip here is when you get the skates, do not beat the second map Dojo Master until you have explored all the things that are behind the crystal ice on the first and on the second map. Fully explore everything, fully loot everything before you move on. The next thing I wish I would have known was the Tem cards. Catch and release is a very big part of this game. And when I started, I was broke, and I was like, oh, Tem cards are 15 money. I think they're called Pansuns is the money. I'm just going to call them monies. So they're like, oh, they're 15, 18 monies. That's expensive. I can only afford 10 of them, 20 of them. Don't worry about that. You're going to get lots of money playing through the game. That's going to be trivial in comparison. By the time you're done the first map, you'll every time you hit a town, two things you'll do: recharge your Temtem and your vial to heal your Temtem on the Temtem charge or healing machine, and then visit a shop and buy full 99 stack of Tem cards. You always want to keep them fully in stock. The reason is you'll find out that you want to capture Temtem constantly. That's how you make money in the game. So when you capture a Temtem and release it, that is money. You then go to a vendor later and they'll say, oh, you've released 30 Temtem. Here's how much we owe you. Thank you. I didn't realize that. So you always want to be capturing Temtem. The other reason is you want to capture Temtem because it takes a lot of attempts to find one with a 50 stat. So if you find a Temtem that has one of its stats maxed out at 50, it'll be like highlighted blue. You want to keep that. Put that in your little bank, your Temtem vault, whatever it's called, and save that for later. You'll use that for breeding, or you can sell it to players for money. Players will buy them who maybe they're missing a couple stats that they want to breed into their Temtem. I'm not going to go into a breeding guide, but basically how it works is you get all the stats, all the Temtem stats with 50, and then you breed them into each other, and then in the end you have a Temtem that has full 50 stats. So you need those 50s to pass that trait on to your children Temtem, and then you go through 5 or 6 generations, and then you have a Temtem that's full, complete, max starting values. So capture Temtem. That's this tip. Buy the cards, capture the Temtem, release the Temtem. You won't get the money for the releases until you're on the second map, but you can start capturing them and getting those 50s early. The next thing I wish I would have known is the hotkeys. There's a lot of little tips and tricks in the hotkeys. Here's one. So normally you hit tab, go to here, you gotta click emotes, and you can, do that kind of stuff when you want to communicate, because there's no chat in the game. So you, or at least there is actually one chat, which I'll cover later. But if you want to like hi to somebody, you can just hit the Q button. If you hit Q, you can use your mouse to do a direction, and then hit Q again, and that's how you can get the emote really quick. Or you can hit Q and then the corresponding number, so 3. I didn't know about that for a while till I accidentally hit Q. So that's one thing. Another one is U brings up your team, so you can look at your team, change your team, hit tab to change out the gear. I don't have any gear to put in them. Gear goes here. That I didn't know. Inventory is pretty basic and common in a lot of games, but for some reason I didn't know what it was, and I was constantly going over here to backpack. You can just hit I to do it. O is interesting. O will bring up, I think, tamers near you, and you can also do a tamer search. So you can type tamer name here, and then don't hit accept. It'll tell you it can't find anybody. Hit enter, and that works better. I don't know why. They'll fix that later, I'm sure, but for now, hit enter when you're using this. In the tamer search, this is how you can like invite the group. So you click their name. You can do co-op, which is inviting them to a group. You can invite them as a friend. You can do a trade request. You can inspect them. Excuse the interruption, but I forgot something that I remembered after I made this video. While I progressed a little bit, that's why I'm in a different area. But this is one of the important parts of the UI feature. So you can go to you can hit tab and go to your squad and change it around, or you can do it right from the front interface like this. So I just thought that was a really important part. I was going to save it for last, and then I totally forgot, and sorry about that. So I just kind of, I'm going to splice this right in here in the UI section. Sorry about that, and let's continue with the rest of the video. The chat I mentioned, if you hit trade, so you can trade Temtems and stuff to each other and buy them and sell them. In the trade window, there is a one-on-one chat, so you can chat with people while you're trading with them. That's the only way to chat in the game right now. What else did I wish I would have known? Let's see. Yes, so it's an unfinished game. So there's going to be a lot of things you cannot get. So like these little loot boxes here are always behind some type of barrier. Right here is a battle. If I walk up there, I'm going to trigger that battle, and then I have to fight them, and then I can loot it. Sometimes it's on the opposite side of a pond, so you have to have the skateboard, the surfboard to go across the water. Sometimes it's behind the ice, so you have to have the crystal skates to get to it. Some of them are behind climbing walls. You'll never be able to get to them. You'll see that when you first start, right in the very first area. They have some climbing things with boxes up there, and you'll try to figure out how to get up there. You can't. That's not even in the game yet. So just know that it's an unfinished game. There are some areas that are inaccessible. I'd imagine there's some quests that you can't finish. And that kind of leads me on to the other thing that I wish I would have known. I kind of did know, but I maybe not fully realized. It's an unfinished game. Again, take your time. There is no reason to rush. There's only 3 maps. The third one's not 100% finished. The first 2 are pretty flushed out, I think. Explore them. Take your time. Do all the possible side quests you can before you move on. Because you don't know how the storyline is going to affect you and your access, because a lot of the game's undeveloped. No need to rush to... There is no end game. There's no need to rush to it. The game's not even going to release for a year. You got a very long year of things constantly changing and updating, and the game could be completely different a year from now. So don't rush it. Take your time. Enjoy it. Go slow. Do the quests. That's my other thing I wish I would. I felt so rushed when I started. I just wanted to go. I wanted to go, get Temtems. Go, make money. I gotta get to the second island, because the second island's where you can breed at. I haven't even started breeding, because like I'm just collecting 50s at this point. I'll breed in a little bit. You know, people going really crazy about trying to be first and trying to rush, and I think it ruins your experience, in my opinion. But everybody's different. Maybe that's what you like, and do what you like. But they're the things I wish I would have known. I hope you liked the video. Please check out my channel. I have a lot of videos that I've put out in the last week. I have, I think, 4 or 5 videos on rares of where to find them. I have videos on where to find different pieces of equipment, a video of where to, how to get the skates, or how to get the clover, the 4-leaf clover if you don't have the skates, so you can get it before or after. I just have a bunch of Temtem videos that I put out, so check my channel, see if there's anything in there you'd like to watch that you don't know about yet. Give me a like if you like this video, hook me up with a subscribe. I do appreciate my subscribers, and I'll talk to you in the next video.